Are we cooking? Let's find out. Let us find out. Let us find out. Let us find out. Let us find out. We shall see. It says chat's displaying messages. Quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. I'm getting notifications at the bottom right of my screen, so we'll find out. We will find out. We will find out. Mr. PQ Changer. Sore Souls. Oh, shit. It's my favorite Dark Souls YouTuber, or one of them. Vidia's #1. But a close second. Mr. Solus, how's it going? How is it going? Shabby's live. Shabby, I have to pay you. I will be doing that tomorrow. I have to wait for some of my clients to pay me because now I'm independently processing some stuff. Guess what? It takes a little, it's not like 1 of 10 where I'm like, hey, 1 of 10, can you pay me this big bag of money? And 1 of 10 is like, of course. And then they have to deal with all the payments. And now I have to deal with all the payments, which means I have to go hunt down my clients. I'm like, listen, crack my knuckles. I'm like, I'm gonna need the payment. Like, yeah, well, I'll pay you. I'm like, cool. And then like the first, or like, I don't know, like I asked everyone Friday. That was dumb. I should have asked everyone the first day of October, not like the 3rd of October. So everyone who sent payments Friday, I'm not getting that shit until like today or tomorrow. So we kind of cooked ourselves actually. So yeah, I need to figure out like a way to automatically bill. But the issue is like payment processors, those suck. So you'll be getting paid, and then my editor will also be getting paid tomorrow at the latest. I'm just waiting for my clients to pay me, and then I take that money and I pay you, and then I take the rest of that money, and then I live my life. But hey guys, we're gonna be here. I'm getting the timer of doom ready. You know the drill. 75 minutes as always, starting now. The next 75 minutes, you guys have access to me. Anything that you guys need, let me know. YouTube related questions, concerns, feedback. If you want feedback, you know the rule. You have to link your channel. I'm not going to search it up. If I'm going to give feedback for free, the least you could do is link the channel. These are the rules and stipulations. If you have any questions regarding anything YouTube related, I will do my best to answer it honestly and truthfully and transparently. So you guys know the drill. Let's keep going. It is YouTube sauce time. I'm going to throw on some music. Brand new Tron movie just came out. You know what that means. Everyone here knows what that means, right? That means there's a new Tron soundtrack. And you guys know what that means, right? Fucking peak. 9 Inch Nails did this soundtrack instead of the legendary Daft Punk. My thoughts and opinions on it after the first listen was pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the Daft Punk one. I will say, though, nothing was going to be as good as that. So I think 9 Inch Nails, given the... the task they had to do, I think they did a good job. I think they did a really good job. I don't listen to 9 Inch Nails. My first kind of experience with them. It's kind of like some horrorcore type content. It's very reminiscent of some of the clubs I've been to in Europe in terms of the music, which I actually really, really, really like club music. It's just a shame that you can never find good club music on like streaming services, if that makes sense, because like part of the club music is 100% the atmosphere and the mixes of the individual DJs influencing it and like where they came up. So like, for example, if you're in Poland, the club music is gonna be a little bit like darker and grungier, I feel. But if you're in Spain, it's gonna be a little bit more upbeat, up tempo. So it's very interesting. We got money maxing first, and then we'll get to devs. Not sure if this is allowed, but you're giving your general thoughts on the channel. Yes, I can. You link the channel, which means you fulfill the requirement for me to look at it. And then I'll look at the devs question. This loads question. If you're starting out, what's the most affordable and effective way to get your videos edited? Since I'm just starting out, I don't want to invent a shitload to start. The best way to start out in terms of editing is get a free editing software. DaVinci Resolve is going to be your best bet. Spend about 2 to 8 hours week 1 or week 2, or this could be like week 1 or week 2, learning the ways in which to use the program. So just like literally like just like moving shit around. And then once you figure out actually like how to interface with the program in an effective way, not even an efficient way, but an effective way, then you need to learn the principles of actually editing. So that's gonna be like sound design to a degree. I don't need you to master it. I'd rather you just like try shit and then iterate off of it and then just do that. So like Resolve free content all over the place, and there's a lot of like free like assets you can use that just like elevate the quality of the content like from like the bare minimum like super fast. All right, thoughts on the channel for Mr. Money Maxing, which I am subscribed to on a different account. All right, let's break it down here. Let's break it down. Let's break it down crazy style. All right, first and foremost, what's going on here? You have a big fatigue. You got to get rid of this little guy, number one. Did well. Oh, shit, not doing well. Wonder why that is. So you've got fatigue going on there. You have what I'll call like plus EV. So actually, let's actually explain like a little cool, like I was talking to a client about this. A good friend of mine, actually, who's I'm taking on as a free client because I think it'll be like a cool thing. I've got a lot of respect for this guy, and he respects me. I think he's the best in the world at what he does. He thinks I'm good at what I do, so I took him on, and I'm trying to. I was explaining this concept with him, and I wanted to explain it, and I'll explain that, which is like plus EV. So I made a video on plus EV strategy, but I think I didn't really do a good job explaining it. So like, if I go here to your channel, right, and we'll like, I'm about to blow everyone's mind with this. It's gonna be fucking crazy. Let's like take a look here, right? Okay, so. Like generally speaking, and like let's just like I don't know, like how to start YT as a beginner. This is gonna be sick. This is gonna be so sick when I explain this. All right, so let's just do this. Let's just fucking do like all this. Okay. Oh, I just completely nuked your shit. Whoops. Don't do that thing where like it. Oh, you fucking. I'm getting angry. I'm gonna crash out already. All right, move my mouse over here. There we go. Holy shit, we did it. All right. So to understand what I'm trying to cook up here, get ready for this. Yes, you guys can link to the channels. Link your channel. If you link the channel, I'll get to it after I explain this. Okay, so this is plus EV. So this is like what we would call like the market right now. Like the market is this. Like this is just the market. This is what the market looks like, right? Market. Right. This is the market, right? So what you've done is like, and I've noticed this, like when you start, like you first uploaded this video down here, which is like cut off, is like, you're kind of you're going against the market. Let's just draw an arrow here. You're going against the market. And by going against the market, you're standing out, right? You have a competitive advantage because you're standing out against the market. So like in theory, like actually like in actuality, that's plus the expected value in the sense that you're going against the norm. And because you're going against the norm, you stand out, right? And you're standing out. It's good. The issue is, because you did that and you started your own movement of going out, there's a whole subgenre of channels that just do this now. So like, this is like the market broad. And this is like market, like two, like a subset of the market. So like, if I have like the whole market like this, right? It's like the whole market. And then we'll switch, like, we'll just like denote this with like a green. Like your market is this, like the subset. This is now becoming like saturated. The subset of the YouTube education market that you sort of pioneered with your like thumbnail style is becoming like super saturated. Now saturation is a myth. It doesn't exist, but there is an argument to be made that if I post a bunch of the same content over and over again, and other people are doing the same, the value proposition that I provide the viewer is now like way less valuable because anyone else can do that. That's like a net negative. So your plus expected value for every time you've uploaded has like degraded really hard. So that leads like what do you do, right? So like you can either like double down, or you can try to like pivot and counter pivot again. So like pivot out and to like become like a new subset of yourself. I think that is the bad idea. I think you should not do this because this is fundamentally hard to do. And if everyone could just like come up with a brand new like way to do shit within a given market, it would be done all the time. Guess what? That doesn't happen all the time because it's fundamentally hard to do. So with this being said, how do we cook? I think you double down, and I think doubling down for you already upload like relatively like short videos, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you have like these bigger videos that are like hours long. Like I'm sure the hours long, I'd have to like see the back in your business, but like I would do one of two things. You're either going to have to like double your upload content with the stuff that is like this size, because then like you kind of like can start stealing some market share back. Cause I think the guys that are also doing like very similar packaging to this are uploading more. I would also like lock down a thumbnail style. So again, you'd have to figure out what your thumbnail style looks like. Like these old thumbnail styles were printing and then eventually you shift it off. I know for a fact everyone and their fucking dog was doing these at one point. Might be interesting to come back to this. The other example, if you did want to pivot out, is you could do like more of like a candid, like you sitting down and like high quality like thumbnail, and it's just like, give me 5 minutes. Like that type of shit, or like give me 58 seconds. I also think you're kind of cooking yourself a little bit because you're like kind of pigeonholing yourself. In the sense, like a lot of the stuff you're doing right now is like, let's break it down. Like this is a good format right here. Actually, this is a really good format. But like what you're doing is like I like, this is cool, this is fire, that's cool. Like one of the first people to do that type thing. But like, I would double, actually, hold on. I'm gonna think. I would double down this thumbnail like format right now. I would also stop like just doing world's fastest guide. Like that's great. It's super, super good stuff. But I think you need to like shift back where it's like you actually provide value. Like I think this quality, like this style of content here, like these 2 videos are like really exemplary of like the workhorse part of your channel. I would make like a whole like content library of that where it's like every week I'm gonna upload a video like this, regardless of like the outcome. And then what I'm gonna do is like once a month, I'm gonna do a big video. So once a month, I'm gonna do a video, which is like a full course, or I'm gonna do like how to like generate leads with YouTube, like on demand, something like that. It's like a full course, right? That is what I would focus on. Is like more of this, doubling the output. So like you kind of like claw back a little bit your market share from your competition. Also, like you'll stay relevant and you'll get pushed more. That's just like a theory I have in terms of like YouTube. If I just upload twice, like I have a whole video why you should upload twice as much. It's just good. 5 to 10 minutes is probably like the good thing. Like the way like your whole angle and positioning, which it always has been, is like how much is like the guy and like here's like the information, like no bullshit. So what's working for me and what's gonna work for you and like why it works. Cause like these videos are like really, really, really good. Then once like a month, you have like a big, massive like lead generating video to the school that you have, or like your private coaching, whatever it may be, which is like the big course, which is like free. Then you have like then you have like a newsletter opt-in or something like that, and then you just keep cooking that way. I would also like if you're gonna do like this, I would do like one video, which is like these videos right here. I would do one video. Like if let's you probably actually you could easily get 2 a week. There's no reason why you couldn't get. There's actually 0 reason you could not do 2 a week. You do this right here. You can also do like this right here, where it's like these like kind of quicker videos. Like give me 58 seconds and I'll like blow you up on YouTube, or give me 58 seconds and I'll teach you like the actual way to blow up. Like some shit like that. Obviously, like force you to love you for like this is like a really good example of that. And then like let's say actually honestly, if you did like month to month, let me see here. I'm actually kind of cooking right now. If you did 2 uploads a week, that is 8 a month, and then you have like an additional one at the end of every month, like +1, which is like a bigger video, which is like some stuff that's in the course or like more free value. So that like basically takes you from 1x upload a month to 9 uploads a month. There's literally no reason you can't do that. I know for a fact you can't do. Like if you can't do that, you're lying 100%. Then what you do is like between the 9 uploads, you have like ones that are like, let's say like your core like bedrock of the channel, which is like the value add stuff, the stuff that's against the grain, which is kind of interesting. That's going to claw back market share from like the people that are like already doing that. Then the other one is going to be like this, which is going to be like the surface level outlier stuff, which is going to be like really easy to do, like maybe like 5 minutes or less. Where like this one right here is like probably going to be 5 to 12 minutes. This is going to be like, let's say sub 5 minutes, right? I'll just do that. And then like you have the one video, which is like 30 minutes plus. And that's your strategy. And like these videos right here to like keep your core audience keep coming back. These right here like to get like a new audience, which is going to be like kind of indoctrinating them or like introducing them to like your kind of concept and how you're doing YouTube. And then you have like the 30-minute plus ones, which is going to be generally what's going to derive your leads to your school. Does that make sense? Does all that make sense? I don't know if like any of that was valuable. But like you need to basically get your expected value back every time you upload. So like every time you upload, you have to think like, how can like I upload this to get expected value? And like right now, like you're just not uploading a lot. Number one, like you have to like kind of claw back a little bit your market share. So yeah, like that's how I'd go about doing that. Yeah, so like you're just like basically losing like a lot of views because your market share kind of got like ate up. And then like the thing that you were doing, which was plus expected value against like the broad market, because like you were kind of like like I said, we're balanced, you were like counter like grain, like you don't have that advantage anymore. You can just claw it back by uploading more though. Because early on, like you were uploading a lot, I felt like I saw your shit like once every 2 weeks. Oi, next up. Got a question regarding compilation channels where you reuse content to post. Do you think it would be best to make fresh thumbnails? Yes, 100%. You always want to do that. I run a compilation channel for a client. You basically want to have a new thumbnail for like every compilation. Am I allowed to put my shit? Yes, you are. Is it a good idea to start a political channel where I just reach out to news videos, react to other?
Whenever I watch Baki, I question.
Oh, let me cook here. Reacting to news facelessly is like pretty useless. You add literally nothing, so therefore no one's gonna watch. There's no value add. No dapper, my short feed does not have the diamond, guys. So if you're gonna react, do that. Hold on, I gotta cook. I got this fucking cooking. Hold on. Let me get to the things in order here. All right, Katarina's up next. What's going on with Mr. Katarina? All right, let us cook. Let's cook here. All right, falling flat compared to older videos. Okay, well, I mean, there's a really objective reason why this is the case. So like, first of all, by the way, banger idea, just straight bangers. Also, pretty big gap in the market. There was like a fairly big amount of interest around this time. This is when Shadow of the Erdtree came out, or maybe like a little bit after. So there's like big interest in Dark Souls. There hasn't been like a new Souls game in a while, so it's like interest slowly wanes. Like, yes, there's a cult like following. And these were like more listicles. Like all of these are like really, really good. Even like up to here is really, 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 really good. Then like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, top 10 smoke spots in Elden Ring, that I don't think makes sense in terms of positioning for your channel. That's more of like the guy there's like, I don't know, you've probably seen him. He's like the guy, he's talked about Dark Souls a lot, and like he does like the green screen stuff, and he's like just like a guy with a leather jacket, and he's like maybe 23. I love that guy. I can't remember his name. Like, that's a perfect video for him. I don't think this makes sense compared to like all the other stuff you've done. I also think this video right here is probably a good video if you do a new thumbnail for it. This is good. Oh, I guess there is like Night Rain. Like Night Rain came out, right? Which I think the Night Rain stuff should be good. Ooh, this is such a fucking good one. Holy shit. This is really good. I don't know. I think you kind of have like some bias, right? Like, I think you have some bias. So like, oh, okay, arguably, yes. Like these videos right here, like fucking like, okay, almost 1 million views, right? Now you're getting like 50,000. I think like if you kind of change your expectations a little bit, what I would like recommend maybe is like, first of all, yeah, you are falling behind where you were. I think it's just like the nature of this kind of niche, because like you have like these big lulls in terms of content and in terms of interest. There's always like a cult following. I think you should just like kind of temper expectations and like basically make sure you just shoot for like 50,000 to 100,000 view videos. That would be my goal. I also think to a pretty big degree, the listicle stuff, let me just go sort by popular real fast. The listicle stuff I think is like kind of doing the best, or like the stuff with multiple like points of interest. So it's like top 10 best, like then it's like the tier list, which is like multiple points of interest within the tier list. Then it's like the lore, multiple like pieces of interest there. And then I would double down on format. So you have like the lore of every main boss in Elden Ring. You should do the lore of every main boss in Dark Souls, and then like Dark Souls 2, and then Dark Souls 3. The Dark Souls 2 one's not going to do as well. Then Sekiro, which is also probably not going to do as well. Then Bloodborne, which is probably going to do as well, if not better than Dark Souls 3 is my assumption. Or maybe like a little bit less, because I don't know how in terms of game sales, because it's like tied just to PlayStation, but like again, pretty big cult following. Then from there, like you have the evolution of the Moonlight Greatsword. I don't know if you've done the evolution of magic in Souls games, but that's like pretty interesting in itself. Double down on that format, and then like all this stuff, which is like, yeah, like not like no one's gonna care about this. No one's gonna really care about this, unfortunately, because like this channel is like kind of, I'm not gonna say built off like faceless, but it's like built off like listicles and like a little bit of different value. Whereas like no one's really watching you for you. So if you wanted to do something like this, I'd just do this on a new channel, which I think you do want to do something like this because you made a tweet about it, I believe, at one point. And then like more stuff like the worst, like more stuff like this, like worst series in Souls game, evolution of magic. I definitely think so. You have like 10 things removed from Dark Souls, just a classic, just banger that's gonna work every single time if you wanted to, which is like every secret you didn't know about Dark Souls, or every secret you didn't know about Elden Ring, or every secret you didn't know about XYZ. I think that'd be like a pretty good one, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that a lot of people that are like averagely like interfacing with the game aren't going to get. So like I do think it's going to be really hard to recapture this like view floor, like let's say 200,000 views, but you could very easily get like 50,000 views per video if you like, you don't even have to like necessarily go faceless, but a little bit longer content as well, because I know the Dark Souls audience is a little bit older, so like they actually don't mind longer content. So like if all of your videos ended up becoming like 15 to 22 minutes, that would probably do really well. Then if it was in 4K, you're gonna get that TV audience a little bit more, and then do things like that, which more like the faceless like ideas, and then I think you're probably good. And then anything that like is a self-insert video with like these videos like here, or these videos here, like mostly, is gonna be something that does really, really well. Yeah, exactly. I think that's a really good idea, because like the way in which you started in like your original positioning versus the positioning like now is different. I don't know if any of that was useful, but that's just my gut feeling. But overall, like their faceless content is like really, really, really. I've watched, of course, it's not showing up, but I've watched this video. I've watched this. I mean, this one shows up. I've watched this video. I've watched this video. I've watched this video. I've watched this video, and I also watched the evolution of the Great Moonlight Greatsword. I've watched that for sure. Okay. J-Man Animations. Let me get to you. What was your specific question? Yes. Do you have anything that you want, Mr. J-Man Animates, in terms of like actual feedback or just like channel overall? Hello, Mr. Logs. In the meantime, I'll go break it. Like I got Rose Rocket already. Specifically, I have a feeling I should focus on one anime, either dojos or Dandadan, because general anime channels seem difficult. No. General anime channels are easy. So actually, I'll prove that general channel anime channels are easy. So this is one of my clients that I have an equity deal with, or I guess a revenue share deal with, rather, if we want to be specific. And we started working right here. It was like our first video that we started working on. And then like, I think he got this video from like my tweet, and then he did this video on his own, which is really, really well. And then like these three are like, we really started to hit the ground running, and like are now like starting to like really like dial in. Vex, you got me 100x outlier. You gotta link that. I gotta see that, Mr. Logs. But when it comes to like general anime channels, like the big thing that matters, and I'll do like a bunch of free sauce here, is like basically it comes down to like the total addressable market, right? Or the TAM. So like, for example, we're entering like the brand new fall season of anime. Granted, I think like the general reception of the season is like actually a pretty bad season, like one of the worst seasons in a while, which sucks. But what you want to focus on is like the like anime that have like the biggest views or following, like not so much critically acclaimed. So that's the idea that you want to focus on. Is like just focus purely on the stuff that's ongoing right now that has the most viewers per week or in general. So like, obviously a no-brainer is obviously going to be like One Piece is always going to work really well. One Piece, like you could do that. You could also like do something that's a little bit like crazier. So like this is like large TAM or like L. You could also do small TAM, and you can do hyper like specific stuff. So for example, you've done some like the smaller things. I would also recommend longer videos as well. Wait, maybe not. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'd make your average video length 15 minutes. That seems to be like doing really well. Like this is 19, this is 14, this is 16. So I try to get to 15 minutes if possible. And then honestly, wait, hold on, like you should also just do this style of content. Okay, maybe not like the most wholesome stand user. Granted, that like banged, but I'm not too sure why. Like I'd have to like figure that out. I know like JoJo's like a pretty big audience. But like the comparison, like this is like, dude, this format right here fucking is so good. I love this format. Which is Dandadan and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, two different types of comedy. Like I think an interesting one, like if you want to do broad stuff, which is like, you could even do Dandadan as well. Like if you wanted to like, let's say like make that like kind of like your core pillar, like you could do something along the lines of like, you know, Dandadan and like XYZ, like two different types of like slice of life or like coming of age stories, like to a degree, like Dandadan's a coming of age story, I think, like just in general. What makes Dandadan so funny? You could also be like, you know, what makes Dandadan so serious? Like you could do a bunch of different like twists. Like what you should focus on, and this is like gonna be your personal preference. Like, do you want like large, like super large cap like audience like One Piece, or do you want something like specific, like let's do like Dandadan? It's like not season right now. Dandadan. I'm cooking myself with this. I can't spell, but like this is like what I'd focus on is like either like go large. If you go large, you're like competing with a bigger market, or go small. And if you go small, go like very specific, right? Because you have like format, like these formats here like less so this, but like more so like these first four are like more indicative of what's working right now broadly on YouTube, number one. And then like number two, like specifically in the anime market. So I just focus on that. Also, like the anime manga slash anime like comparisons like fucking super sick. I would say if I could figure that out, which is like I think a great one is like Sakamoto Days, how not to adapt the manga would be great. I think it'd be such an interesting one because I think there's like a ton of cut content, which sucks because I like Sakamoto Days quite a bit. And I'd focus on that. I'd focus on like twisting formats that have already done really well for you and doubling down on that with 15 minutes like per video. And if you are gonna do like let's say Danadan or whatever, like do something like that. So if Danadan makes me like fangirl, I think an interesting one is like how Danadan handles relationships, or it's like Danadan versus like XYZ, how to handle like love interests. I think that'd be like a really good one. You just have to figure out what that secondary one is. I don't know if any of this has been super useful. Also, like the chat is going crazy. So like I'm like if oh dude, I got hold on. I need to. How do I see the chat? I wish I could scroll on this chat. Rose, can you put your stuff back in here, by the way? Because if you asked a question, like I just like was I kind of like went crazy there. What's the best AI quality? I'm not batch images for story videos. I don't know, bro. I don't use AI like that, so I couldn't give you like a pretty good answer on that. Can someone can you show some thumbnails and titles format for news channels? Of news channels that stand out clearly from all the others? No, you don't need that. Like you're kind of cooking. The guy that just asked for the news thumbnails. This is one of my former clients. Like literally just copy and paste what this guy's doing, because guess what? This guy works. Like we took this guy from 4,000 views a video to like 40,000 views a video by like one simple change. Here's his shit before, like all over the place, like pretty bad. And then we just like put the new Citron on the bottom lower third, and oh, guess what? We started printing. So just literally copy and paste what this guy did, and you'll like basically win the market very easily, very, very easily. How would you suggest going from lists / top 10s to more personality based? You start introducing your personality in the videos, and then eventually you take basically like get people to watch because of the format. Then they like your personality, they subscribe, they stay, and then you like find new formats that can leverage your personality in a better like way than just like top 10 and listicles. It's actually like that's actually like a super straightforward thing to do. How am I going to approach the Black Friday sale? I don't sell anything besides my partnership with Fed. You can get the link in the bio. And if he does a Black Friday thing, that's going to be on him. I don't touch any of the pricing. I just kind of cook with my own stuff. Mr. Polo, how's it going? My favorite Counter-Strike streamer. What was your major like 1000x outlier? Oh, this is a banger. Is it this one? Because this is a banger. That's a super banger. If that's it, that's a banger. For the outlier concept, was mainly the idea of 145. Well, God, there's so I dead ass need like a better chat. But I try to repeat and fail with GTA. Minecraft is like probably more applicable than GTA, and I think what you should probably do, I don't know, just try more of it. Fuck it, who knows? But this is a really interesting channel. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. For the outlier, okay. How did you learn so much expertise in faceless channels? Like, how did you learn much about them, Vexian, and how dope you find niches? I just like go on, like, dude, like I made a tweet about this. You just go on YouTube every day, and anytime you see a thumbnail that you like, you watch the video. Like, I don't know, like there's a bunch of shit here. Like I just like there's this guy, he's like renovating a house. Like I'm like this guy is doing stock content. This is anime. Like I just watch all of it, and then like eventually you'll figure out like, oh, like this is how this connects to this, and this is how this connects to that. Like Weeb Commander and NC Hammer. Okay, the issue with like NC Hammer and Weeb Commander is like I don't think Dan to Dan has a big enough total audience for you to build a sustainable channel off just Dan to Dan, if that makes sense. By the way, this is a very good channel. This is a great video on Rick Rubin. Okay, moving on. Okay, Rose Rocket. Okay, I need to go back here. This channel here is banger thumbnails. All right, what's your question, Mr. Rose Rocket? Oh, banger. That's a banger. This is super good. Also super good, but this is really good. Ooh, this is also really good. You're kind of cooking. You've got some like good ideas. In the meantime, while you load up your question, let me go take a look here. Hey there, Vex. Would love to know what your thoughts are on my own channel, trying to hit high views more consistently on long form. Been doing Ben 10 fan Omnitrix explainers primarily. I'm well versed in the Gray Matter fanboy channel. By the way, these fucking channels are popping up all over the place. Like, oh, dude, if you want a banger, literally copy. Oh, dude, if you guys want to actually like I don't know if anyone here is like giga rich, but if you copy and pasted this format, plus like, hold on. If you copy the format talking about finance and you pair it with daily driven Porsche, but you do it in GTA where you just like drive around the GTA map the entire fucking time. Oh, dude, that's like probably guaranteed to print, I feel like. Phil, what you say? So different games? Different games potentially, but also like, why does it have to be limited to games? It could be books, it could be like manga, it could be like anything that's pop culture and relevant to like a wide amount of people. Do you ever watch those guru videos or no? I mean, most gurus watch my videos, so I have no desire to watch their videos at all. Oh, Wagyu sauce. That's kind of a banger. Holy shit. Cooking on this channel. I'll look at the question regarding that first. But Miss Rose Rocket, what is your question here? Because you're kind of cooking on some. You got some good ideas. Like, this is such a good thumbnail. Such a good idea. Love that. All right, hold on. What the fuck is the queue? I got Rose Rocket, and then I've got Wagyu sauce. Oh no, I've got Gray Matter fanboy at some point as well. This song is getting like, this has got just a sick 666 sound. Love that. And then we've got Elliot Kovac, or is it Kovac? A secret third Kovac cousin, maybe? Who knows? Okay, we've got, ooh, this is interesting. We got Ecom. Ecom and email marketing. We got the Clavio. Okay, I'm familiar. I'm very familiar. Kovac, not Kovac. By the way, question was about pulling higher views. Pretty much, not sure if I saw it earlier. Yeah, I'm getting way more questions than normal, so it got lost, but more views than normal. All right, let's talk about that. So you're in the Minecraft horror mod niche. Believe it or not, this is gonna be like a bad answer. I think it's just doubling your output if possible. I also think length probably helps out here a little bit if you can get to 25 to 36 minutes per. I don't know the actual quality of the content. My assumption is probably fine. It's Minecraft. Every Minecraft user, like YouTuber, makes good content for whatever reason. And then I know like a lot of people cover the same mods, like either finding new mods or finding an interesting way to like cover them, or also like different ways of conveying horror. So like this guy right here, which is I'm not gonna be able to find this guy. Basically, there's a guy who like did like a snow apocalypse video, but it wasn't like a mod. You could easily, by the way, you could easily do a mod like that. But like different ways of conveying horror. I mean, there's like tons of like the snow ones that like aren't necessarily like what I was actually looking for, to be honest, like at all. But they actually seem to be like this works out. Like this shows my data, which is like essentially just different ways to specifically show like different types of horror. So like what you're doing right now, if I go back, it's like these are just like the same like mods everyone else covers. You should talk more about like, I think by the way, it's like still a good video. This also right here, like the mod that destroys your world. This is also super sick. Like more stuff like this, like the mod that destroys your world. And instead of like, I feel warm, I feel cold with like a light blue text. And like, it's like very snowy, like a lot of things like that. And like different variations of that, because like just doing the same like horror mods everyone else does, like, I think you're doing it in like an interesting way, but you're not doing enough of it, or like in terms of output. It's number one. It could also be a quality thing. I don't know. I'm not watching videos right now. But if you do all of that, and then like you take like what's like working right now in terms of like what actually is working in the videos that you are filming, and then just do a different lens of horror, other than just like, oh, here's Siren Head. Oh, here's like something like spooky, but more like maybe like I guess like player versus environment. I think would be kind of interesting, because I think it's like there's like more visceral types of fear with that versus like, oh, here's a scary monster. There's tons of things that have like scary monsters. Yeah, Forge Lab is great. So like that's what I would maybe focus on. And then like have that like, so like you could like do like snowy apocalypse. I think also an underwater horror mod, if possible, would be like so sick. It'd be super interesting. Because like we know that works really well. There's a whole game about underwater horror. There's actually a few. There's like Iron Lung. Then there's like Soma, obviously. Then you've got like the prime example that I was gonna use like Subnautica. And then like yeah, so basically like player versus environment rather than player versus thing. Thumbnails on top tier, yeah. Yeah, Forge Labs is like so I love, well, to this day, like one of my like all-time favorite videos is his 100 Days in a Zombie Apocalypse, the very first one. Like straight fire. All right, Wagyu Sauce, prime up your question and I'll get to that when I get to your channel. Mr. Grave Matter Fanboy. You do faceless like commentary stuff about Ben 10 on the Omnitrix. Really cool. Big fan of Ben 10. Ben 10 is probably the reason why I got like into watches. I like one day I want to get like an Omnitrix like inspired watch. I think it'd be sick. But honestly, for you, again, I'm not gonna say output's your problem because you actually have good output. I think like very specific stuff like this is really bad. I also think like, dude, you would like really benefit from like a channel that we saw earlier, which was like the Katarina video from Solus, which is like, you know, every, like if you did a video which is like every Ben 10 alien explained, like that would crush, right? Or like the backstory of every Ben 10 alien, that'd be sick. Like stuff like that would do really good. Or like every version of Ben 10 explained. Like I think that would be really interesting. Oh, this is like right here, fire, super fire. Exactly what I was thinking. Also, I don't know if you've done it, but 7 levels of Ben 10 Alien, that's a no-brainer that you should definitely get on. So I think it's just like just figuring out like what like the biggest interest is. And the titles, what do you mean? This is not view stats. What the fuck is this? This is Next Lev. Where's Mr. Wagyu beef? Yeah, for you, it's like just like finding like the biggest like interest market within Ben 10, which I think is going to be aliens and obviously the Omnitrix, and then probably like Ben 10 himself, and then doing that. It is the owner and operator of Mr. Wagyu Sauce here, who was previously doing tariff videos. and who was previously before that doing car videos. This is such a fire niche, actually. Thoughts? I think the Gordon Ramsay stuff is killer because you've got Kitchen Nightmares, you've got Master Chef, you've got Hell's Kitchen, you have like is it like fucking Hotel Nightmares or something? You've got like 4 different series in. You could rip all of those very easily. Like when things go horribly wrong, like I think like this is like actually like not a bad idea. I just think like maybe not doesn't make sense here. Like what you should have done is like you should do like shit like I don't know like not the 7 get like the I don't know the 7 chefs that like made Gordon Ramsay want to quit being a chef, or like the 7 chefs to only impress Gordon Ramsay ever, like shit like that. It fell off. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I think like honestly, like the biggest issue here is like some of these thumbnails like high key like don't make sense for like what's going on. Like you're doing the commentary style thumbnails for like somewhat of like a compilation low key. Like this right here, like this thumbnail doesn't make sense. This thumbnail does. Like this is like this I think like probably makes it really, really well. Or just like every like contestant that try to fight Gordon Ramsay. You should do more shit like that. I can't remember. Oh, fuck, there's a channel that does that does that type of stuff for like another thing. Like I think it's like a Pawn Stars channel maybe, and like they kill it. They kill. Yeah, I see it's 25K then nothing. Also, you've only done 4 videos. Like you should probably do like 15 to 20 before like you can like pass judgment. Elliot Kovac. Aside from general thoughts, strategy for the channel, well, would love to hear your thoughts on running in-feed ads for my top performing organic videos for people searching Klaviyo. I hate running ads because you get the worst quality people like every single time without fail. I will say there's a caveat to that, like because you're in like this specific space, which is like like you have like a higher quality customer, my assumption is, or like higher quality like person that you're trying to like get. I would probably recommend it actually. Like it's one of the weird cases where like it actually does make sense running ads to like your paid stuff, and then just like limiting it to like a US or like slash like Canadian slash Australian slash like UK market. Then from there again, it's output. Like 9 times out of 10, like most people's issues is going to be output early on. You also talk about like very niche stuff, which like is fine. You can do that. I also think like a big thing that is relatively interesting when it comes to this type of content is you need to speak to desired outcome. So it's like watch me build a 1 million email marketing system in 27 minutes. That's cool. But I think it's like a better like framing for that is like, here's my email marketing system that generated 1 million, like generated me $1 million in 2025. Like stuff like that is like what I would focus on, if that makes sense. Like it's the framing. Like you want to show the desired outcome and like use that as like the positioning rather than just like, here is a tutorial. Here's how I did like XYZ. Like I think like or like watch me build 1 million marketing is like way less interesting than like, here's my like full system that made me XYZ. Like fundamentally anything that's like in the business space at all, like I have like a whole like I did a whole like presentation on this for like Jordan Welch and all the guys out there in like Miami, which is like the biggest like thing that you can do in like the business education space is educate the potential viewer on the outcome, and then like by like educating them on the outcome, like the actual content of the video is the process on how to get that outcome. Does that make sense? Like right now, like your positioning is like, here's the process, but like no one gives a shit about the process. They give a shit about the outcome. So you have to get them interested in the outcome, and then like you teach them the process that gets them there within the video. So like that is just fundamentally a positioning thing, which is like a very easy fix. Is 9 months of weekly posting? Yeah, like you could assess it, but like there's also like other things that you need to assess, right? So like you're in a little bit of a different space, but like you're not making ad revenue off this. Like your whole thing is like this is like probably like part of a funnel to like a service or like a software. So like for you, it's like what you want to be like doing is like your like key tracking metric is not views, it's revenue per view, if that makes sense. So I don't know how you're tracking. You're like, you have like tracking links set up, or like, you know, you have like a form that's like, where did you hear about me? YouTube. Like that's like the thing that like that thing that matters the most. Can you explain how to set up a I don't do that. Like I don't have like banned channel issue because I'm a good boy in the eyes of YouTube. So like change that positioning for your next like for the rest of your videos this year and see what happens. I'd be very surprised if it didn't work as well. Cleon, rules are if you want the channel, you gotta link the channel. Those are the rules. Those are the rules. Those are the rules. Obsolete. Let's try this out. Let's watch this. Oh, we got the Shadow Wizard. Oh shit. Okay, what's going on here? Full movie? You're cooking? Well, I mean, here's your biggest issue. You uploaded 7 days ago, and then before that, 10 months ago. Oh shit. Is this some Terraria? Okay. I mean, first of all, you're all over the place. You can kind of be all over the place if you want. Like that's cool. That's definitely fire. I would probably recommend just focusing on one niche up until like you hit 100K and then like try to tastefully pivot out. But like you've kind of, oh, I've seen this video. Oh shit, wait, I've seen this video. Wait a minute. This is a banger 3 years ago. Then I do that. So whatever that looks like for you. So I don't know if you want to do like more, like I think these probably these look like educational. I don't know if you want to do more like educational stuff, or if you want to do more like the full movie stuff. Like that's actually a question you're gonna have to ask yourself because I don't have like a clear answer. Like I can tell you like one or the other. Like they both do really well. So yeah, going more broad. Uh, More broad is like always like really difficult. Like I don't like working with like broad channels just because like I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's just like you put yourself at such a disadvantage because like it's no longer like 2016 where like that would work really well and like you could carry off personality and like deliverability from YouTube videos. Like the delivery system was better, I think, back then. I mean honestly, I'd probably recommend like you can be broad, but like choose 3 games only and then go out there from like just go out from there. And like you've done like some interesting stuff with like the Terraria Infernum, the Calamity. Like, yeah, these aren't doing like exceptionally well comparatively. But I think like that's like these videos are probably just more interesting to an audience. The educational stuff is like slower anyway, and like I guess like a small like they're smaller videos and like they might have a bigger audience because they're educational, but I don't think there's like a lot of long term views there. So I would do like more stuff like this and like just pick 2 or 3 games or whatever game is coming out, do like a full like movie for that game, like on its hardest difficulty or like with some type of mod. If that makes sense. Also, I don't know if you've remixed this, but you should 1000% remix this for just fucking a bunch of different games. Like a banger is like max level in Clair Obscura 33. Like when that game, like within the first 2 weeks of that game coming out, would have crushed. Max level Mega Bonk right now would also just go fucking crazy. Yeah, I like 100K subs as like, I'm not gonna say it's the magic number, but I like it as like the good base point because like at 100,000 subs, like you can pretty safely like assume you'll have 20 to 30% of your core audience follow you like from anywhere. And if that's the case, like, dude, you're cooking. You can 100% cook. Like that's always like the number I try to shoot for. Or if like you are gonna like go out, like the way that I look at it as well is like from this perspective, which is like I'm doing like Elden Ring content or Terraria content, so I know like RPG adjacent content does really well. So it's like, or like if I'm gonna like pop like you did like the Lethal Company thing or whatever the fuck this was back here, like this like did fairly well. So like you could also like just like kind of run on trends. Like I think again like the Clair Obscura thing would have been good if, like when that came out, it was doing really well. Same thing with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 when that came out, they really like probably would have done really well. Mega Bonk right now is like the big popular thing, so like that's gonna be pretty well. I don't think Call of Duty makes sense because it gets way too like not adjacent. So like another thing that you can think of is like what games are my audience going to play if they play and watch Terraria and they play and watch like Elden Ring, and these are just examples, like what other games are they going to play and watch? Okay, again, like I'm just going to throw it out there, probably Clair Obscura, probably Mega Bonk right now. And then like from there, like if you've done like Persona 5, shit, maybe like max level Tears of the Kingdom would be interesting. Max level Hollow Knight would also probably be relatively interesting right now. But there's some like formats like within like the game's popularity, but I think like there's probably a pretty big contingent of people that watch you that play like the games that like you're playing and that are interested in, that are also going to be interested in like those other videos as well. That's a kind of a long-winded answer. How long did it take to get all these plaques? It took about 8 years of grinding really, really, really hard, and then 2 years of like implementing everything. And now I think I have a 100K plaque I need to order, and then I have another 100K plaque that I'm going to get before January. And then what else? Am I getting any other ones? I might have like by January, I might have a third 100K plaque I can get, and then I think like I'll have like another million plaques sometime next year. Channels that pivot success. I would have to think about that. I'm sure I have some examples I can think of, but I'd have to think about that right now, because that's not something I would know off the top. I'd have to like really be like, oh, what channels do I watch? I guess Killdozer is a great example. Mr. Uncle Drew, how's it going? It's hard to stick for a game for a long period of time if there's no new content in the game. It's like basically almost impossible. How long for one channel to hit 100K? I mean, you can have 100K in a day probably, right? It's like it just depends on like what you're willing to do. John, you gotta link the channel. Those are the rules. If I do the review, you gotta link the channel. That is it. Would you say it's relatively easy for anyone to hit 100K by sticking to their market and doubling down? I think as long as your market is big enough, anyone can hit 100K in like a year is like maybe pushing it if like you're brand new, but like within 3 years, like basically guaranteed. It's not very hard. Yeah, I mean, TJ Collins is what I do. Outlier ideation plus niche modify. Yeah, that's basically it. There's like some other like fancy shit you can do, but like the thing with like the fancy shit is like, I don't know, like 99% of what I do is outlier based stuff, and like very rarely like you'll see me like do some like crazy new tech. And anytime I do like crazy new tech for ideation, it's like the way I like describe it is like it makes sense to do it in that case, but like it's probably only 10% of the ideas I pitch or like something like that. I did. I fixed it all. I basically what I did is I started taking like 5 vitamins a day, and then I got a second air filter in my room, So I have two fucking like HEPA air filters on either side of my room, which is already tiny, and that has fixed literally all my problems. How do I find top interest topics to use? I just research my audience in that case, or I just like make some assumptions based on my audience. So like I don't, again, it's not nothing fancy. I'm like, okay, my audience like Minecraft. Maybe they like GTA. Oh, they didn't like GTA. Maybe I could do, I don't know what the fuck is similar to Minecraft. Like Terraria is kind of similar to Minecraft. Maybe not that, but it's like, okay, they like Minecraft. Maybe they like this like very specific piece of media, or like this manga. Overlap there between gamers and like people that consume anime. What are your thoughts on Sora 2? Do you think it's possible to build a channel with just AI? I mean, yeah, there's like a dozen, like there's literally a channel that was built specifically with only AI. From Wano. So like it's already been done. I'm gonna load this channel up real fast, and then I'm gonna go take a piss, and then I will be back after I go pee. Queue up your questions though. We've got 20 minutes left, and I have to go pee so bad. I have to go pee so bad. I also drink a lot of water. Drink water. Drinking water is good. Oh. I'm back. Ooh, John Forza. Mr. John Forza, what is your question? You've linked your channel. Thoughts on, is it overall thoughts, or do you have a specific question? Favorite setting? I can show my favorite settings on 1 of 10 after Mr. John Forza. I'll load up 1 of 10 in the meantime, though. 1 of 10, my favorite tool for coming up with ideas. No glaze. It's just fact. It's just straight up fact. What the fuck? I mean, this is crazy. I can just show the question like the like really fast. Filter, multiplier, like probably honestly like realistically like 3x right now. Views like at least 100K. This is like a pretty good one. Just get like better thumbnails, better quality content. Then like if you want to go super crazy, you can do like 10x. In the last 6 months, 100K. They're really good for like small channels to see like what's trending right now. Another thing that you want, like you could do if you wanted to get like really crazy, is like 250K. 250. We'll do like 5x again. Last 6 months, another really good one. Just in general to see like kind of like what's trending. If you want to get really crazy with it, you can do last 3 months. I would do 10x in the last 3 months, at least. And then like 100K here. Apply changes, again, another really good one. Like just like kind of good like surface level ones, and then like if you wanted to get like super like kind of crazy with it, you can do last month. And then if I did last month, I would do probably like 3x again. Then I do like subscribers less than 500,000. Another really good one. Kind of see what's going on. This is probably the best one so far in terms of like what's being said. So yeah, not bad. or not upload date, but validate formats is like, I mean, the whole point of 1 of 10 to a degree. Overall thoughts thus far, and just wanted to ideate for racing games that I should do for that are outliers. I want to ideate to find games that I do outliers. You got any recommendations for a channel to start in Germany? Find what works in the US market and then just make it German. Congratulations. You just made infinite money. It's that simple. Overall thoughts on the channel thus far, what I should do. I mean, ideating is gonna be super simple. As for Forza 5, I think you should go back and do other Forza games, and I think you should talk more about like Forza 6 news. Like that's like a fucking slam dunk no-brainer every day of the week. But from there, it's like these are all like really good for the most part. I mean, making money does really well. I think like you could do like lists as well, like more so stuff on like, let's say like top 10 like fast cars in Forza. Like that's like not as sexy. My link appears from Roof in the chat. You're cooked. Oh, go to Twitter. Go to the Twitter at Vexian_ and do that. I think YouTube is like kind of like communist sometimes, and I don't know why. But yeah, I would do like more, I think more listicle stuff and more like education stuff. So like, for example, like unlimited wheel spins, like that's a good one. Unlimited like infinite money, that's a good one. And then like from there, it's like more like educational stuff that's like direct value to the player, which is like how to get like the rarest car in the game or the fastest car in the game. And then like outside of that, then it's like more so like completing hard missions if there are any hard missions. And then if there's not, then it's like listicle stuff. So you've like the, and then like I was also into the Forza 6 stuff, which is like everything that we want to see in Forza 6, or like my wish list for Forza 6, or it's like how Forza 6 needs to be different than Forza 5, stuff like that. That one's actually, I feel like kind of straightforward, maybe. How many months do it take to grow a fresh channel from 0 to 100,000? So, dude, it could take one day. It could take 100 years. Like it's like there's no like correct answer. Because like it just depends on like what your audience is, what you're willing to do. Are you doing anything different? Like Mr. Beast could get 100,000 subscribers in a minute if you just did a shout out. So it's like, it's more so it's like, well, how big is the market? How often are you uploading? What's your quality of content? Do you have like any unique value propositions? There's like a ton of things to look at. Like Couch Co-op is going to hit 100,000 subscribers in 3 years, right? Just because it's like a side project of mine. But I have a client who hit 100,000, who gained 100,000 subscribers in the last 28 days. 10 million views at 1% subscriber conversion. Yeah, it's going to be way more than 1% subscribers. It's going to be like 15 to 25%. Research for the racing games, or is that too early to kind of way too early to pivot? Like 100,000% way too early to pivot. Also, like there's not that many. Like you've got Gran Turismo, and then you've got like racing sims. Like you don't have any more like quote unquote arcade racers. Like very few, if at all, any. I mean, I don't do a lot of shorts content, so I really don't know. Is this all AI? What is this? What's going on here? This is not 30K. What? I'm getting cooked. Would you recommend we're gonna take this old short channel with 30K but different topic, or continue on this new one? Oh, okay. I see. You have one, but this is a new one. I mean, it depends what you're doing. Like, are you doing AI? You're doing AI? Just do this. This is a new one? Well, what are you trying to do? Do more video formats series on a channel hurt overall? No, as long as as long as it's what your audience wants to watch. Not at all. No at all. Entrepreneur mindset with the AI generated lion. Let's go. I don't speak German. If you're doing shit like this, just make a new channel and then just farm. It's probably what I would do. Also, like I would just exclusively do short form content. I wouldn't even touch long form content because it seems like you're cooking on short form, but like your long form kind of sucks. So I would just do short form only. Jocelyn on Twitter. I just, dude, you might have to tell me your channel because I'm not seeing it in the chat on Twitter unless. Oh wait, hold on. Did you reply to the post on Twitter? Let's check that. Maybe you did that. If you did that, I can go pull that up real fast. Up. Yep, you did. Got it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Nice and easy. That wasn't too difficult. Oh wait, you're mega cooking. Hold on, wait, you're mega cooking. Oh fuck, hold on. I just pulled it up and then I closed it and then I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it. Oh my god, this song is great. Holy shit. Wait, is this hold on. How to Destroy Angles? Straight cooking. Only playing this artist from now on. What the fuck? I liked I went out of my way to like 2 songs to stream, both by the same artist. High degree of sauce going on right there. Notifications. Alright, I'm gonna open that. I'm gonna drag this here. I'm gonna then take this. I'm gonna move it over here. Oh shit, we're good. We've made it. We've done it. I mean, you're cooking. So wait, what's your question, Mr. Cleon? Because you're cooking right now. You're going crazy on the cooking. You're farming the 7 levels.
Dookie. This level consists of heroes that are just bad, all around low stats, but even worse, they have low invulnerability. In most universes, superheroes have high durability, and some have almost infinite invulnerability, surviving blasts and taking hits from heavy. These are the 7 levels of Viltrumites. Level 1, the Foddermites. At the very bottom of the Viltrumite hierarchy lies the Foddermites. These are the rank and file soldiers.
The Foddermites is crazy. Dude, 7 levels of Vex thumbnail. It's actually crazy that I've like completely co-opted the 7 levels format because of that one tweet. Focus on AI automation. Yeah, just copy AI tutorials from English to German. Yeah, I mean, that's like, okay, if you're doing that, then just do it on the AI channel. And then just like get better thumbnails and just like basically copy there's a channel called We Are No Code. Just copy all that guy's videos and then just do it in German. Congratulations, made infinite money. What would be the best direction of my channel right now? Continue farming the 7 levels or pivot? Dude, farm the 7 levels until they don't farm anymore. But if you really want to farm, check this shit out because this is right up your alley. Ba-ba-ba. Literally farm. So this is a channel I work with. I have a revenue share deal with this channel. Literally just copy like basically every video on this channel from like this video into the future, and then just apply it to the shit you're doing. And like I've lost it again. I'm gonna crash out. Just do it in like the adult like cartoon niche / like superhero niche. And then congrats, you made infinite money. But yeah, I would just farm 7 levels. Also, 1000% how to write, super easy. When a comic artist like breaks all the rules, or like when a comic breaks all the rules, or like when a TV show breaks all the rules, the most terrifying depiction of the strongest in like comics or like the strongest in cartoons. And then congratulations, you have cracked the code. So that one was really easy to give advice to. All right, you guys got 7 minutes and 30 seconds left. Also, hey, if you like this stream, go retweet the tweet. That would be fire. The goal is to do one of these a week, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. Just depends on workload, to be honest. Today was like a pretty lax day in terms of work. Tomorrow is my creative day, so I don't do any like client work. I do some client work tomorrow, but not really a lot. And then after this stream, I'm going to be cooking some stuff up for the dojo, which is the community I give weekly talks in every Saturday. They're not like this. They're kind of like this, but they're more like I have like a structured presentation that I go through. And I teach everyone all the shit. So you can sign up, link in the bio. I partner with Fed. I don't know if you guys know who Fed is. Fed does stuff. We just dropped an AI editing course talking about AI editing and 3D modeling with AI to make higher quality videos. You can check that out. But if you want access to me every Saturday and or Sunday, sometimes Friday as well, with curated education, it's there. It is there. What channel is one that you would like to own and why? That's a good question. I would like to own a watch channel because I like watches. Like I have tons of watches. So I'd like to own a watch channel. I think it'd be super cool. Outside of that, there's a lot of channels I would like to start. I'd like to start more video essay channels because I'm like genuinely interested in those. But not like dog shit ones. Like I want more ones like Couch Co-op, but for other different mediums. I want one for anime. I want one for movies. I want one for TV shows. Fuck, do I want anything else? That's kind of basically it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's like a channel that expressly I want. Like I'm sure like the channel I want I haven't seen yet. But yeah, I don't know. There's that in general. It's probably pretty good. Also, I just lowered my my decibels, so I'm not peaking as much. Would Couch Co-op do better if it were more broad games? Yes, but I don't want it to be. Why aren't you launching? I just don't care. Like I like I don't know, like YouTube, like from my point of view, it's like it's not that like fun to be honest. Like I've got to the point where it's like very easy. So it's like I could easily do it, but like I don't know, it just doesn't seem fun. I'll put it this way, I would not enjoy doing it at the moment. So yeah. Like if there's a point in time where like I would really enjoy doing that, I would, but like right now I just don't think I would. I will say though, like I really enjoy partnering with channels like this, where it's like a guy who's like a lot of talent, like who clearly is like really talented and like really loves what he does, but like he's missing like the YouTube side of stuff, and then I can come in and be like, here's like the videos we should do, and here's why, and then like I pair like my YouTube expertise with like that guy's talent and passion. Like that is like the stuff that wins every single time. Which like Couch Co-op is literally that. Like my partner on Couch Co-op is the guy who's like passionate about it, knowledgeable about it, and likes doing it. And like I know the YouTube side of stuff, and then we just pair that together. Like that's the stuff I really like. What are the best sound design essentials to master? I don't know. Good audio mixing is really good. Music is really good. Layering is very well done. Music, like matching the music to the tone of the segment is like really important. Besides that, like I'm not the person to answer because I don't deal in the technicals of editing. How important is the retention at the end of the video? As many of my videos drop in like 20% in the last 30 seconds. I'm thinking, 100% just end the video. 100%. If you're getting a 20% drop off, if you just like avoided that, like that's like a fucking way better. Like that is just objectively a better thing to do. ZinVFX, how am I? I'm doing good. I'm doing much better. My health issues are resolved. I'm happier. I'm way healthier. Well, okay, I'm not way healthier. I'm fat, but you know, I'm good. You know, I'm no longer dying, which is sick. That's awesome. Gym grind incoming? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As much as the gym grind would be cool, yeah, I just don't want to do that right now. I probably will in a little bit, like in the next month or so. I just need to like nail some stuff on the business side of things, and then we'll be good. Dapper definitely needs to go to it. I can drop weight pretty easily. I got the walking treadmill right next to me. I just throw that on, throw on some movies, watch a movie every day on the treadmill. Easy sauce. Hello, King Picks. That's a crazy thing to just say off the rip. How does one prepare himself for GTA 6 knowing you'll need people to record gameplay for you? Literally just go to your community, be like, hey, I need you guys to record gameplay, and then that's it. I think right now, though, like, probably the best bet is, like, literally figure out all of the stuff that worked in the first, like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna say the first fucking 2 years of GTA 5, because, like, the ecosystem was super underdeveloped, but figure out, like, what your, like, value proposition is. Is it going to be entertainment or education? And then literally find the best 20 videos to 50 videos that have done well historically in education or entertainment across multiple different games, but specifically open world games. Do that, and then just fucking apply that to GTA. Congratulations, you've made infinite money. What do you think Mr. Beast's views are capped? I think Mr. Beast's videos are bad, but that's a whole different conversation. I will say he's gotten more views recently because he's fixed a lot of the issues that I personally had in terms of thumbnails and ideas. I think his ideas are better, and I think his thumbnails are better at the moment. Will you ever do a live meeting? What does that mean? No, I'm not going to do a client meeting. All client meetings are incredibly private because of the content that gets discussed in those and the price I get paid. Still waiting for a FetX Dapper Gym collab. True. Mr. Beast feels inauthentic. Yeah, it was a big issue I had with him. I think a lot of the newer videos, I'm not going to say they solve the inauthenticity, but I do like the fact that he's like pretty much taken a massive step back from them. And he's just kind of like that. I also think like, I truthfully think Mr. Beast is not happy. That's my soul is I don't think he's like a happy person. And I think like you see him like crash out sometimes on Twitter. Like he'll privately crash out. And he's like a very stressed person. And like I think he's probably not that happy. Talk about the Mr. Beast issue. I'm interested. I think he just makes bad videos. I will say I think they've gotten better. I need to be like very clear. They've gotten fucking way better. Like this is just a great video. This is a great video. Even though this video is not getting as many views as it probably should. That's entirely a thumbnail issue, by the way. Like very, very, very like good idea. Very, very, very good idea. Okay idea. I don't give a shit. This doesn't make sense. This is bad. This is very good. This is like, I think, an excuse for a tax write-off so he can take his girlfriend on a bunch of dates. This is good. This is really good. This is dog shit. This is dog shit. I think this is fine. Dog shit. I didn't like it, but it did well. Good. Like any of the things where it's like basically a pseudo game show, I think is really, really good. I think this video is fundamentally bad. This video is definitely bad. This video is just fucking horrifically bad. Like legitimately the worst video he's probably produced in the last 2 years. This is, I think, pretty good. Don't give a shit. This is pretty good as well. So like any of the videos that are challenge-based videos, I think are good. Any of the videos where he's the main focus, I think are objectively bad from now on. How so? Like he's become disconnected from a lot of the things that like made his original video so well, and I think a lot of people understand that. Also, like any video that has him as the main focus of the video, you've seen 3 years ago. There's been like no objective, like, okay, there might be an objective improvement in quality, but the perceived improvement isn't there. And I think the viewers understand that, like, okay, if I watched this video from like 3 years ago and I watch this video now where he's like the main focus of the video doing like 5 locations, like I know what to expect, so I don't give a shit. Even if I have layered storylines and I'm like doing like payoff stacking, like I just don't give a shit. But like when there's like not a predetermined outcome and like you're invested in the storyline of like the contestants for the outcome that like will change their life, way better across the board. Way more interesting. What are some ideas I do on the channel? I mean, he needs to go, okay, if he wants to do a video, he needs to go to, I think a banger video is I went to space and the bottom of the ocean. I think that's an interesting video. Or like I went to the most impossible places on Earth. I think is like really interesting. I'd have to like figure out how to like title that. And then I think recently he did, like, this is a video I've like talked about. GTA 6, by the way, in real life, he absolutely needs to do. Like, that's like fucking no brainer. And he should spend like $20 million in that video. I think this is a good video. I think more stuff like this. I just don't know off the top of my head. I had like a few, and like the 2 or 3 that I've like written down. I know he's doing one of them, so it's like I'm not gonna bring it up because it's a waste of time. And then the other one, the space one, he has like an internal rule, or so I'm told, that you cannot recommend going to space, even though it's doable, which I think is a fucking L. And then from there, the GTA video. So there's a video I've pitched, or I've not pitched, but a video I thought he should do that I know he is doing. The space video, which he can't do because of his own rules. And then the third one, which is the GTA video, which I think he's probably going to do just based off like my thought process. Because he is the brand, shouldn't he be the main focus? Not really. He's more of a conduit for telling stories. Like, he's a conduit of entertainment, and the way he does that is like tell stories. He's just the face that does it. Like, and this is gonna like sound crazy. Anyone could be Mr. Beast, but Mr. Beast is Mr. Beast. That's like not even Cope. Like, anyone could do what he does, because no one does it. I just don't think anyone cares. Space would pop off the most since she hasn't done it. Yeah, but he's just not going to. But I think like literally going to the center of the earth and going to the moon in the same video would fucking break the internet if he did that. Go to the Mariana Trench, hop in a spaceship, go to the moon. Why we don't have such a budget? Give one example. We can do what he does. You can't do what he does. Congratulations. Like, again, like I'll try to like explain this like not in a nuanced way. Anyone could be Mr. Beast, but no one is Mr. Beast. The reason why no one's in Mr. Beast because like Mr. Beast, I think is an insane human. I think there's something fucking wrong with that guy. I will also say that is like basically true, by the way, for literally every single YouTuber at that level. There's something fundamentally wrong with him. Like, I'm not going to say any names, but I have some clients, like, there are, like, my clients have, like, fundamental issues on, like, a human level because, like, everything they do, like, is dictated by YouTube in some way, shape, or form. It's, like, so bad. It's so evil. But, like, I mean, that's what they like. That's what they like to do. Do you think he is the bottleneck of... No, his fucking team sucked. I'm pretty confident his idea team is, like, pretty bad. Based on everything I know. And like I will confidently say that, and I will say I don't think his idea team is bad because they are bad at what they do. I think his idea team is bad because there's a lot of bureaucracy that goes behind the scenes of the Mr. Beast channel. Like, there's so much bureaucracy on the Mr. Beast team because of how big it is that like it's hard to do shit that like is actually sick. What about a Ronaldo versus Messi video? I mean, that video would do like 500 million views probably, at least 300. I do work with some facial channels, yes. No, it probably won't affect any performance, Leo 8K, but anyone that has like a pre-established relationship with you based on your previous content might be confused why you changed your name and not click because they don't realize it's you. Also, by the way, the alarm went off like 5 minutes ago. So we're at 1 hour 20. I'll give you guys 7 extra minutes today. You guys get 90 minutes instead of 75. You guys get an extra 15 minutes. 7 minutes. Minimum requirements to become a YouTube growth channel. What does that even mean? Like, to talk about YouTube growth? I don't know. I have a very biased take, and I think anyone that like does YouTube education is like pretty bad at what they do. I think they're all grifters. What is the no-brainer way of finding an idea for a personal channel or faceless channel? Are you an expert on what you're talking about? Then just make a channel on that. Duh. Do you think Mr. Beast is favored by YouTube? I explicitly know that he is favored by YouTube. There is shit that Mr. Beast can do that literally 0 other people on Earth can do. Or maybe there's 10 other channels that also have 100 million subscribers that can do what he does. In terms of like some of the shit he can get away with. I know that factually to be true. But like, it doesn't do me any good being like, here's exactly what he can do. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, he has some like abilities that other people don't. And I will even say, I think it's probably good that he has those abilities because, like, I think that's just good. If you get big enough, you can basically boss YouTube around. I think that's a good thing. I think it's an objectively good thing, which is crazy to say. That is choked on my on my water. Yeah, speed cube. I mean, that's pretty much right. Like, I think that's pretty accurate. Oh my god. I just look at the outlier. Like, the thing is, like, viral is such a dumb word. Like, I like, the only shit I give a shit about is outlier. I don't give a shit about viral. Like, yeah, some shit goes viral. Like, the way I always look at viral is like over 100,000 views. I think that's pretty viral. Like, 100,000 views is like, that's like bigger than some fucking towns in America. So that's how I classified it. But I also just like only care about outlier. I don't like the amount of views is irrelevant to me. Like, there could be a video with 3,000 views, but it's a 5,000x outlier. I'm like, why is that the case? Cool, let's figure it out. I'm not doing that. You're asking me to do. You're basically asking me to like do my job that I get paid thousands of dollars for free. I'm not doing that. Modeling has not worked for me so far. Dude, it might not work for another 2 years. Talk about raw content. What do you think his problem is? By the way, fun fact, I'm subscribed to this guy. He's the guy who like talks about like 3D modeling and making money with 3D modeling as like a freelancer or some shit. Yeah, I mean, he's just like doing shit that's like boring as fuck. I'm not gonna watch this because I like, if I get like day 64 in my feed and I haven't watched days 1 through 63, I don't give a shit. His previous shit was way more interesting. He's cooking himself. Good channel though, I like it. How about going? You just find outliers and then you rip them from your niche and then you just figure out why they're not working. It's pretty easy. It's not complicated. You guys have 3 minutes and 10 seconds now. How do you get this right? I would stop doing all of the shit he's doing now because all of the shit he's doing now is purely a vanity play for himself and like has no objective value to his viewers, I think. And I would go back to doing shit like this, which like was like doing way better. This is next level. I will say the renderer is kind of fucking fire. It's a fire name. My opinion, most of them are pattern breaking. It's like a pretty big one that no one talks about. Like they just break like the general pattern of like what's on YouTube in general, which is what I would classify as plus EV or plus expected value, based on like going against the market. So like if the market is like just doing like one thing like really, really well, if something goes against it, there's an expected value that it'll do well because it's doing something differently than everything else. I'm dead. Oh my god. You guys got 30 seconds. I'm not taking any more questions after this last one. Do you think you're hurting yourself if you're telling everyone on YouTube sauce for free? Isn't competition getting better? No, because here's why. This is actually such a great question to end on. The reason why I don't mind giving away all my shit for free is because no one, basically fucking no one on Earth is going to come up with the same shit I come up with because they're all retarded. Like, with the exception of the people in the Wi-Fi Money Mafia who aren't gonna fucking steal what I talk about because we're friends, and guess what? They also can think for themselves and come up with their own opinions and frameworks that get them results in their own way. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, I'll put it this way. I've had some of the biggest YouTube education channels reach out to me for, like, my advice on what they should do for their channel. Like, if that's my competition, I'm not scared, bro. You're coming to me. Like, I'm just not worried about it. Like, I just have listen, if I give away all the shit for free on here, like within reason, like I'm not gonna spend fucking 2 hours on every person, like every question. I'm just so not worried about it, like at all. It's like, what? Like you're gonna steal my shit? Okay, I'll just make new shit. Like you obviously can't. Like you literally have to wait for me to make new shit to steal what I have already done. Like I'm so not worried about it. And I know there's guys who have like school communities that are making like 10 to 20K a month who have like literally just like copy and pasted like some of the frameworks I have in their community, and it's just like, okay, like whatever. Like you're dog shit at what you do. I know for a fact like I'm easily the best person in the world when it comes to YouTube ideas. Like I don't need to make money. Like I'll just make money because I'm good at that. We're getting an AI Vex. Yeah, I'm also like super not worried about AI for like my specific case, because it's like I think AI is gonna like cook a lot of people that are like brain dead. But I think if you have like any critical thinking, you'd be like, oh, okay, this is like not useful. Like AI is gonna cook thumbnail designers and like editors that are like dog shit, which is like most of them. So not a big deal. So I mean that's my thing. It's like I just don't. Also if I give away like a lot of free stuff, like the other advantage of giving away free, like there are more upsides to giving away free shit than like not. Like if I was scared to give away free shit, I just like straight up I'm just not good enough. But if I give away free shit and people are like, oh man, this guy's free shit is so valuable, I'm gonna pay him just such a ridiculous amount of money every month to help me. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, like there's no point. Well, all your ideas, do you note them down as you think of things? Not really. I just like remember it. And like sometimes I forget it, and if I forget it, not worth remembering probably. Yeah, I mean, I've probably forgot like amazing ideas for like the average person, but like if I forget them, they're just not that good for me. Simple or more active thumbnail design? It depends on the audience. Women love more active thumbnail designs for whatever reason. Men prefer more simple thumbnail designs. But that's like a broad generalization. That's like actually like not very specific advice. That's just what I see in the market. Oit, that's been it. 2 timers got off. This has been 90 minutes. I ran 4 minutes over. So I'm gonna go now. I have to take a nap. Actually, I'm kind of tired. To be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I like my nap. I could play some Deadlock. I've got to go do some work. I've got to do a lot of work actually today, but I'll do that tonight. So yeah. All right, this was fun. I'll see you guys maybe next week, maybe not. And oh yeah, I don't have a course, but if you want to talk to me more than once a week, the dojo every Saturday, I do an educational piece of content in there, and then you can ask me Q&A live, and I go super deep on anything you ask me. I dedicate much time to it. When are you on next? I'm on whenever I want to go live. Got to have notifications turned on and tune in. Also, all VODs, if you missed this live, go to the YouTube channel. It will be there.